I went through every claim people are making about Claude Design 3.0, and what I found is way more interesting than the hype. People are calling it a Figma killer, community members are saying it's cracked, it's got real excitement behind it, and zero published evidence to back any of it up. And here's the crazy part. Not a single organization has publicly documented using Claude Design 3.0 as their primary design tool. Not one case study, not one benchmark. The community enthusiasm is real, but the receipts are nowhere to be found. And I think that's actually the most important thing you need to know right now. So in the next few minutes, you're going to walk away knowing exactly which claims about Claude Design 3.0 are backed by real evidence and which ones to take with a grain of salt before you touch your design workflow. Because if you skip this, you might make a pretty expensive mistake. My name is Brian, and I'm in these tools 12 hours a day, so you don't have to be. I go through the docs, the community forums, the changelogs, all of it, so I can give you a straight answer instead of just vibes. I read every comment on these videos, so tell me below. Are you actually using Claude Design 3.0 right now, or are you still on Figma? So, here's what's happening right now. Figma is genuinely good. Collaborative design, shared component libraries, version history, prototyping, developer handoff, a massive plugin ecosystem. Designers have built their entire careers around it, and for good reason. Teams ship real products with it every single day, and the workflow is solid. But there's a massive problem. You don't own your design system when it lives in someone else's SaaS. You're locked into Figma's pricing, Figma's decisions, Figma's data policies, and if they change the rules, you're stuck. That ownership anxiety is exactly why Claude Design 3.0 is generating so much noise. People want a way out, and the question is whether this is actually it. Okay, so the first big claim. Claude Design 3.0 completely replaces Figma. Not just supplements it, replaces it, as in, you could cancel your Figma subscription today and use Claude Design 3.0 as your single source of truth for design systems. That's a massive claim, and it's the one the community keeps asking about most. So I went looking for evidence, official docs, release notes, community posts, changelogs, the list goes on. And what you're seeing on screen right now tells the whole story. The claim column is full, the evidence column is empty. No published documentation, no case studies, and community members are literally asking any brand doing it successfully and getting no answers. Now, absence of evidence isn't the same as evidence it doesn't work. The tool is new, and maybe people are using it and just haven't written it up yet. But if you're thinking about migrating your team's design system to Claude Design 3.0 today, you'd be doing it completely blind, with no migration guide, no documented path, and no one who's publicly done it before you. Okay, the next claim is the one that gets people really fired up. Agency tier UI in minutes, zero manual refinement. The idea is you describe what you want. Claude Design 3.0 spits out App Store ready screens, and you basically skip the whole design iteration phase, which for a solo founder or indie dev is enormous if it's true. So here's how I'd think about testing this yourself. Option 1, easiest. Take a simple, single screen prompt and see what comes out. Option 2, try a multi-screen flow and see if consistency holds. Option 3, hardest. Actually submit something to the App Store and document the result. I tried to find anyone who'd done option 3. The only community example I found was a test flight app whose quality the creator openly questioned. The hard truth is there are no time to output benchmarks, no before and after comparisons, nothing that would tell you what to actually expect. If you're a non-technical founder who just needs a prototype to show investors, maybe the bar is lower and Claude Design 3.0 clears it. But if you're expecting production quality screens with no touch-up, I couldn't find a single example to prove that's real. Now this one gets thrown around a lot in the comments. Claude Design 3.0 produces higher quality designs than ChatGPT. It sounds plausible if you already like Claude for writing or coding, but it's also the kind of thing that needs actual side-by-side evidence before you reorganize your whole workflow around it. My first reaction was, another one of these. We've seen a million "this AI beats that AI" claims with nothing behind them. But then I actually tried it. And the surprise wasn't what I expected. The surprise was that there's genuinely nothing to compare. No head-to-head, no published results, and on screen right now, you can see both columns say unverified, because no comparative benchmarks exist at all. What this means for you is pretty straightforward. If someone tells you Claude Design 3.0 is definitively better than other AI design tools, they're going off vibes, not data. That doesn't mean they're wrong. It means nobody has done the work to prove it yet. So if you want a real answer, you're going to have to run your own prompts and judge the output yourself. Alright, real quick before we keep going. If this breakdown is already saving you from making a bad tool decision, hit subscribe because the next video goes even deeper on AI design tools and what's actually worth your time, and it builds directly on what we're covering right now. Okay, claim 4 cuts right to the heart of the whole debate. Is Claude Design 3.0 production ready, or is it just AI slop dressed up nicely? This is the question that determines whether professional designers should actually pay attention to this tool, or whether it's a toy for people who don't know what good design looks like yet. I went looking for a real production deployment, something where a team shipped a product using Claude Design 3.0 as the primary design tool and could tell me what it cost them in time or money, and I found 0 documented cases. What I did find, and it's the community post on screen right now, is someone literally asks, "Would you say this is AI slop?" about their own output, and there's nothing published to counter it. To be fair, the AI slop concern is also unresolved in the other direction. Nobody has published a quality assessment proving it is slop either, so you're in this weird middle ground, where the tool might be great and nobody's bothered to document it yet, or it genuinely might not be production ready. And right now there's no way to know without getting your hands dirty yourself on a throwaway project. The 5th claim is the practical one that ties everything together. Can actual designers migrate from Figma to Claude Design 3.0 without losing their minds? A tool can be technically capable and still be a nightmare to adopt, and the learning curve question matters as much as the output quality question. Maybe more if you're running a team. I tried to find official migration guides, community tutorials, documented workflows, anything showing how you'd actually move a real design system from Figma into Claude Design 3.0, and found nothing official. What I did find, and this is the card on screen right now, is that community members self-report using only 15% of available capabilities. And if power users can't figure out 85% of the tool, there's no documented path to get there. And that 15% number is really interesting to me because it suggests the tool has depth that people aren't reaching, not because they don't want to, but because there's no official guide to get them there. So if you're a professional designer thinking about switching, you'd essentially be figuring it out from scratch, which is a real cost that nobody's talking about. Okay, so where does Claude Design 3.0 actually shine? They're still sketching ideas on paper. You're prompting a tool that goes from rough concept to designed screens in one session. They're paying a Figma subscription plus a designer retainer. You're exploring whether one tool can do both. The community excitement is real, and for a solo indie dev or non-technical founder, that potential alone is worth exploring on a low-stakes project. But Claude Design 3.0 falls short in a pretty serious way right now. 0 published evidence backs any of the core claims, no case studies, no benchmarks, no organization has publicly documented using it as a primary design tool, and the AI slop question is genuinely open. I want to be straight with you. Nobody's paying me for this. I have no relationship with Anthropic, and that's exactly why I can tell you to wait for real evidence before betting your workflow on it. So here's what you should do. 1. Go to Anthropic's official docs and changelog today. Spend 15 minutes looking for any published documentation on Claude Design 3.0 specifically, and note what's actually there versus what's just community speculation. 2. Find a throwaway project, something you don't need to ship, and try Claude Design 3.0 on it this week before you make any decisions about your real workflow. 3. Go to the Claude community forum and search for anyone who's documented a real production use of Claude Design 3.0. If you find one, drop it in the comments because I genuinely couldn't find it. 4. If you're a professional designer on a team, do not migrate your design system until at least one credible case study exists, because the risk-reward just isn't there yet based on what's publicly documented. Within 2 years, I think we'll have real documented case studies, real benchmarks, and a clear answer on whether Claude Design 3.0 can actually replace Figma. Right now you're early, which means you get to experiment with low stakes before the crowd arrives, and the community enthusiasm is real. That alone makes it worth a throwaway project today, just not your production workflow. And the best part, if this saved you from a bad tool switch, hit like and subscribe because the next video goes hands-on with AI design tools that actually have documented results, and you'll want the context from this one before you watch it. Drop your current design tool in the comments and I'll read every single one.